Hey everybody, welcome to Home Recording Made Easy and Plugin Review Sunday, where every Sunday I show you a brand new plugin, we walk through its feature set, and I show you how to apply it to a mix so you can make better mixes in your home studio. Okay, before we get started, if you like what you see in this video, please consider subscribing and make sure you hit the notification bell, and also stick around to the end of the video because I have a free gift worth about $210 to help you make better mixes in your home studio, so stick around. Okay, everybody, welcome. So this week on Plugin Review Sunday, we're going to take a look at another installment here by Audified. This is the Audified ToneSpot Voice. Now, this is part of their ToneSpot series, and if you've been following me for any length of time, and I'll leave the playlist link in the description box below, where I've done reviews on all of the Audified ToneSpot series, and they make some really good plugins. As you can see in my browser, we have the Acoustic Guitar Pro, the ToneSpot Bass Pro, the ToneSpot Drum Pro, the Electric Guitar Pro, and now the Voice Pro. And this is a great plugin, and we're going to listen to it on a lead vocal. I'm going to walk you through the layout of the plugin, and then I'm going to leave a link below in the description box. You can go out and demo their plugin and check them out. And if you're a part of mixingmadeeasy.net, which again, links will be in the description box below, there will be a month coming up very shortly in 2020 where we do an entire month's worth of mixing content only using the Audified ToneSpot series, which will be really, really fun. So again, that's mixingmadeeasy.net. Link will be in the description box below. So here is the ToneSpot Voice. And let's walk through this. Now, one thing I love about their plugins, this ToneSpot series, is that they're all laid out exactly the same way. So once you've learned one of their plugins, it's real easy to navigate the other one. Now, they also make a more scaled down version called the ToneSpot Express series. And I've done reviews on those as well for the guitar, for the bass, and for the drums. I'm sure they have one coming out soon for the voice. They may even have it now by the time you're watching this video, which has a lot less dials and knobs and adjustments on it, but has a lot of great presets. So you may want to check that out as well. But let's walk through this this plugin. It can look intimidating. Looks like there's a lot of dials and controls, but it's actually pretty easy. So if you start over here at the top left-hand corner, we have the input here. We have the automatic gain control here, which we could turn on and off. Underneath that on the left-hand side, we have the character section, and there are three types of character: vintage, natural, and modern. We can turn the character section on and off here, and then we can walk through the type, okay? Beneath that, we have a bright switch. We have a scooped, which will kind of scoop our mids, and we have a lo-fi switch, okay? Next to that, we have distortion if we want to add some grit to our vocal. We have the distortion we can turn on and off. We have the amount of gain, and then we have a boost. So it's really simple to use. We also have an intensity knob and then a coloration. This is going to add a little bit different tonal characteristic to it, which is cool. Besides that, we have our saturation section. We have a gain and a boost, and again, a mix, a wet-dry kind of a thing. Okay, and again, you can turn everything on and off by the top LED at the top of each section. Then we also have a de-esser, which is really nice. We're going to check that out as well to see how well that works. We have how much of the de-esser you want to bring in by percentage, okay? And then we have a hard and soft de-ess, and then we also have an air dial, which we'll check out as well. Okay, so those four sections right there are really going to give you are really tailored to, in this case, vocals, and really, really great. So you can do everything all in one plugin. You don't need to have a saturation plugin, a de-esser plugin, a distortion plugin, and some kind of a character or a emulation, kind of a console emulation. It's all done right inside this one plugin. In the center here, we have our shaping section, which is our EQ. We have a low cut. We have the weight, body, and paper, which kind of tells you where the frequencies are going to be. And we have two frequency selections. So under weight, we have 150 and 200 hertz. These frequencies are picked specifically for the types of, in this case, vocals. Those are the kind of the fundamental frequencies about adding some body and some thickness to a vocal. 150, 200. Then we have our body, 300, 400 hertz. We can, again, booster cut, I think 9 dB. Yep, 9 dB on each one of these dials. Paper, 600 to 800 hertz. Again, you can turn those right like that, or click on the button to switch the frequencies, okay? Then we have a noise, 1.5 to 2K, nose, which is kind of the nasally area. Then we have a presence, 3 to 5K. We have a sparkle, 10 to 12K, and then we have a high cut filter. So really basic, simple EQ with frequencies that are specifically chosen for vocals. Next to that, we have our punch, which is our compressor. Real simple compressor here. We can just dial in what amount of compression we want. Do we want a fast or slow attack? The gain reduction meter will be right here on the right hand side, which we'll look at. We have a makeup gain knob, and then we have a mix knob. Do we want to do some like parallel compression? Then we have our surgery, which gives us additional high Q, additional EQ frequencies that we can deal with. So we can go from 20 Hertz up to 20K, anywhere in between. It's sweepable, and then we can make the bandwidth, the Q, narrower or wider, and then how much of that we want to add or take away. So we can use our shaping section where we just have some predetermined step frequencies. And then if we need some additional EQ control, we can do it right here, okay? We have our smash here, which is really more for kind of like a second compressor for parallel compression. Same thing, we have our punch, which is our maybe one level of compression, then a smash, which can be like a parallel compression, second compressor. So if you're stacking compressors and using them in different ways, that's great. And then lastly, or not lastly, but close to getting to last, we have our effects section. We have some delay and we have some reverb. We have analog delay, digital delay, and what they call brown, how much you want to do the decay. And then we have an intensity, and then we can synchronize it on and off. We have reverb, room, plate, and hall. Again, a mix knob, a color knob. Pretty cool, nice basic effects for vocals. Then we have finally our finalizer here, which again, I think is more of like an enhancer, like an exciter, where we can dial up how much of that we want. And then we have 3 different modes: fat, tight, and smooth. And you can actually combine them together if you wanted to do all 3 at the same time. We'll play around with that a little bit. We have a power switch up here. Okay, we have our output knob. We have automatic gain control, which will disable the output knob and it'll do automatically depending on what's being pushed into the plugin. And the same thing on the other side, automatic gain control on the input side. You can do that as well. Okay, that's the layout of the plugin. Now, in the center here, what I really love about Audified and what a lot of plugin companies don't do is you can make the size of the GUI here bigger or smaller. So I have it set at 125%, but we can go as small as 85% depending on your screen real estate, or as big as 200%. Look at that, right? If you really want to see what's going on. I like 125, 150. That's usually perfect for me, depending on the size of the screen that you're working on. We also have a set of presets. Now, the one thing I love about the ToneSpot series, and this goes for the Express version of the plugins as well, is the presets are fantastic. You don't want to have to go through and play around with all these little dials, and you want to just get something that sounds good quickly. You can come right to the presets, and most of the ones I've tried are very usable, and I will demonstrate those as part of this demo. So we have an essential section, and the name kind of describes on what it's going to do. We have a set of presets for rap, another one for vocals if you want to, arena rock and EDM, metal, pop, universal. We have some for speech, for narration, voiceover. And then we have some special effects as well. Huge distortion from outer space. If you're doing maybe, who knows, some movie scores, or who knows. You got a whole bunch of different ones here, and we'll try a couple of those. Okay. And then next to that, we have our little wrench here where we can check the user manual out. We could go out to their website. We could do all of that, is to, check all that stuff out. And then we have a little notification bell here if there's any updates or whatever from Audified about the plugin. So that is the layout of this plugin. So let's listen to this. Let me quickly close it. Now, this is a track has no plugins on it at all, except for the ToneSpot on the lead vocal. Nothing's even been mixed. It's just raw tracks. And I like to do this with raw tracks because it lets you really hear what the plugin is doing and not getting in the way of some of all the other processing. So here's just a little part of this song here. I'll play it back quickly again. It's not even really static mixed. And then we'll solo up the vocal and we'll listen to this plugin quickly. So here's kind of the tune that we're dealing with.
Strange, it's true. Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in. Can't chase it out with TV or the news. I get tired of walking the line. I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
Okay, so we have like a lead a kind of a subdued kind of a verse in the lead vocal, and then we got some oohs and ahs here, right towards the in the chorus section. Okay, that kind of a thing. So let's start off with our male lead vocal here. We'll listen to this on this lead vocal and see what we have.
Then I feel a little strange. Yes, a little strange. It's true.
Okay, let's go through some presets. Let's just start there. On these, like I said, their presets here are really, really good. Let's go into the essentials. Or actually, we'll go into the vocal ones, and let's just see what we have here. Well, no, we'll start with essentials. I'm sorry. So we can say like a body boost, body cut. Now, this vocal has a lot of low end in it already. So we're going to do maybe some body cut. Let's just see what that does. It puts us on our just turning on the saturation section and the EQ section. You can see all the other sections are turned off here. Let's just see what that sounds like.
Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in. I can't chase it out with TV or the news.
Let's go before the plug and bypass it.
I get tired of walking the line. I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me?
So instantly got rid of all that low end mud, okay? So basically they're on the natural setting here in the EQ section. In the body section, they took out 9 dB at 300. And that's about all they did. No low cut, just took out 9 dB at 300. I don't even think there's any compression happening. Let's see what happens with the compressor. We could turn this on.
Can you hear me? I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
You can see the gain.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey!
So there's our compressor, our little gain reduction meter there at 100%. So let's just play that back again.
Every now and then I feel a little strange.
Without compression, without the plugin.
It's a little strange. It's true.
Take away just the compressor.
Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in. I can't chase it out with TV or the news. I get tired of walking the line.
So then we could turn up a little bit of makeup gain to make up for the volume difference.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
So the compressor sounds really transparent, very smooth sounding. It's not a colorful compressor like something like an 1176 or a Fairchild, but it really does a nice job catching that transient, just kind of smoothing out the performance. It's a very transparent sounding compressor to my ear. Okay, now that's just one preset, body cut. Let's go to another preset. Let's go to, let's see, they even have some delay stuff here. We can do digital delay mono. What's that sound like?
Can you hear me?
Well, there you go, huh? So now maybe we could put that on the analog setting.
Can you hear me? Hey!
Turn down the intensity quite a bit.
Someone. Every now and then I feel a little strange. Yes, a little strange. It's true.
So on this preset, we're just using the effects. We're using the smash button for, like, again, the second compressor here, if we wanted to kind of dial that in.
Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in. I can't chase it out with TV or the news.
Okay, so right out of the gate, I can tell the difference between the punch compressor and the smash compressor, and it should be a difference, and this is a good thing, is that even they're both set to fast attacks. It's a much more aggressive compressor, the smash one, which it should be. So it's not just the same, it doesn't seem to be the same algorithm just kind of copied over to give you 2 levels of compression. This will actually do a lot less percentage dialed in to get a lot of compression.
I get tired of walking the line. I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
And here we have the saturation section turned on.
Can you hear me?
We'll boost it up a little.
Can you hear me? I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
So it's a little bit of hair on that vocal, a little bit of over compression, which is kind of nice. Again, we're on the character type. We're not even turned on. We'll turn that on. Let's cycle through some of the character and just see what the difference is. We're on the natural right now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
The modern.
Hey!
The vintage, a little bit darker sounding or warmer.
Someone. Every now and then I feel a little strange. Yes, a little strange.
A little bright switch.
It's true. Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in. I can't chase it out with TV or the news.
So you can turn on the bright switch.
I get tired of walking the line.
And add a little bit of de-esser here.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
So you can see by just dialing in about 24% on the de-esser, on a soft DS, get a few dB of compression on, kind of tames those S's a little bit, but it does flatten out the top end. So you can maybe use the air knob to maybe bring some more sparkle back in. We'll see.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, in a very subtle way, it adds a little bit of air. Makes sense, right? And then let's see, lastly, maybe we'll go around again. Maybe we'll use our EQ. I'm just taking this digital delay mono and just tweaking the preset. So let's take out some of that body that we were doing.
Every now and then I feel a little strange.
Still got a little bit of an S issue.
It's a little strange. It's true. Sometimes late at night I feel
better.
Sneaking in.
12K, a little sparkle.
Can't chase it out with TV or the news.
Now, the one thing I like about this EQ already is that when you boost the top end, it doesn't get brittle. It stays kind of smooth. And a lot of EQs, especially stock EQs, but even some third-party ones, one of the tests to a good EQ, in my mind, is when you really boost that top end, that it doesn't get very brittle, very harsh. It sounds nice and smooth. This one seems to. 12K, we've added 7 dB. And again, just adding up a little more air on this thing.
I get tired of walking the line.
Very musical. See what Presence does.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now let's add a little bit of reverb, maybe a little bit of a plate. Let's see what that does, and we'll mix that in a little.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you.
Okay, maybe we'll add a little bit of an enhancer. And again, we're doing this in solo. We'll bring it back into the mix just to see how it sits with everything.
Can you hear me?
Finalizer on.
Can you hear me? Hey!
See what these buttons do.
Every now and then I feel a little strange. Yes, a little strange. It's true. Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in.
And let's bring some of the compression back in on the first one here.
I can't chase it out with TV or the news. I get tired of walking the line.
So we got both compressors kind of happening.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Way louder. Okay, so we gotta add a lot of makeup gain here.
I'm reaching out for someone. I'm reaching out for you. Can you hear me?
So if you add makeup gain back in after the first compressor, that means it's going to hit the second compressor harder. So you got to adjust your percentages. So, you know, the signal flows from left to right.
Can you hear me? Hey!
Still add a little bit more makeup gain here.
Someone. Every now and then I feel a little strange. Yes, a little strange. It's true. Sometimes late at night I feel it sneaking in.
Here we go.
I can't chase it out with TV or the news.
Okay, so that's a demonstration of how you can just pick a preset, get yourself started, and you can work with these different sections to go ahead and to really dial in the sound that you want. You really have everything you need in one plugin to really get a great vocal sound. Now again, we're just in the spirit of keeping this video somewhat short. I'm just kind of playing around with it, but you can see the power of this thing. Normally you would need 5, 6, 7 plugins on a vocal chain to do everything that this does in one plugin. And I really think this is great. Again, I'm going to play with this a little bit more myself, but I really like what I hear so far. And again, it seems to be in the same kind of quality as the rest of their ToneSpot series. And again, I love that Audified did this. These are a great set of all-in-one plugins. And I think I've said in some of the other ToneSpot series, out of all the different kinds of all-in-one plugins that are on the market, I have a lot of them by Waves and by Plugin Alliance and some other companies. I feel in the all-in-one plugin category, the ToneSpot series by Audified seems to be the best I've heard. Whether it's drums, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and now the voice, the vocals, sounds great. And again, if you're part of mixingmadeeasy.net, you're going to see me mix an entire song only using the Audified ToneSpot series. And I have a bunch of free licenses to give away as part of our monthly mixing contest. What is that all about, you say? Visit mixingmadeeasy.net. Links will be in the description box below. So I hope you found this video helpful and you enjoyed taking a look at the Audified ToneSpot Voice. Again, links will be in the description box below. Make sure you go out and demo this thing for free and check it out for yourself. They're really reasonably priced and I think you're really going to dig them. Now, I want to thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. So as I said, I want to give you a couple of free gifts. Now, the first free gift I want to give you is you need to go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. I'm going to give you 5 free mixing training courses worth about $210. Yes, 5 free courses. So you could take a lot of these plugins that we're demoing here on Plugin Demo Sunday, and you can apply them to those mixes, give you a bunch of audio files with instructional videos on how I mix the song. Check out, go to Home Recording Made Easy and download those. Again, 5 free courses. I also want to give you a coupon code. It'll be in the description box below. The coupon code is YouTube25. That's YouTube25. Use that at checkout at homerecordingmadeeasy.com and get 25% off any one of my training courses on my website. So those are my 2 freebies I'm going to give you today. Now, I want to know what you think about the Audified ToneSpot Voice. Let me know in the comments below. Do you own any of the Audified ToneSpot series? How do you like them? If you like something better, do you have another all-in-one vocal plugin that you really like better than what you heard here today? Let me know what that plugin is below. I'd like to check it out. Maybe I'll demo it for myself and you can share the knowledge with others. And link and everything will be in the description box below, all the links. And until the next video, I've been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. Thank you for joining me on Plugin Review Sunday, and I will talk to you next time. See you later. Bye.